What's up, everybody? It's David Gray with Livingston Parish News here with you on a Friday, and there's a lot going on today. So yeah, we're gonna be quick today. We also have to be out of this building very soon for getting our AC fixed for the weekend. So yeah, but like I said, I'm David Gray with the Livingston Parish News. You can find all of our content on www.livingstonparishnews.com. We're also very active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, pretty much all the social media platforms. We have a morning and afternoon show that we publish Monday through Friday, as well as a weekly podcast done by our publisher and editor, McHugh David. And this week, if you want to catch some sports action before tonight's slated games, William Weathers, our sports editor, and our sports reporter, Rob DeArmond, they were in with McHugh the other day. They had a really informative podcast on the 5 area football teams. So we're going to kind of go a little backwards today because the traffic leads into some of the news that happened today. Right now, this weather update is from our friends at WVLA, NBC 33, and WGMB Fox 44. Right now, it is 96 degrees. It feels like 99. And the rest of this weekend, it's supposed to be mostly sunny tomorrow with a high of 94. So if you're going to be out there tailgating at the LSU football game tomorrow, it should be a pretty day. And then Sunday through Monday, or really through Tuesday and Wednesday, it's going to be some partly cloudy and isolated thunderstorms. And on Monday, it looks like that's the high for rain over the next week with a 30% chance of rain, and the temperature is going to reach 94, 93 degrees over the next week. So, and traffic, there is a bunch of traffic right now all over. There's a lot of red right here. There's a bunch of traffic right now in Denham Springs and Walker on Highway 190 between the two cities, and then there's some traffic building up on 190 between Satsuma and Livingston, and also some traffic building up east of Holden on Highway 190, basically from Holden to Albany to Hammond. And the reason for that is that was one of the big stories of the big news of the day. Was there was a multi-car accident on Interstate 12 near the Springfield and Albany exit. There was a fire. The Louisiana State Police, they put a post on their social media page today, and there was you could see the clouds of smoke just floating above. There were some people said they could see them from miles away. The traffic started building up. The accident occurred around noon, and we haven't gotten an official press release from the state police yet, but they did say in one of their Facebook posts that it was a fatal crash. So there was at least one person who died in the crash this morning, and they don't really know what caused it. There were a couple of 18-wheelers involved in it as well, but there was a bunch of cars, and then so that forced them to shut down the Interstate 12 westbound near the Springfield Albany exit, and then to help alleviate some of the traffic coming that way, they also had to shut down Interstate 12 eastbound starting at the Walker exit. So that is why if you're on the interstate today on I-12, you're sitting in a bunch of traffic today, because there was a very, very serious wreck today. And there's also it's basically making traffic build up on all the highways off the interstate as the state police and sheriff's departments are pointing people to go along alternate routes. So if you've been sitting in traffic today, that is why. And there was another story having to do with a crash. The I-12 crash victim that happened yesterday, Thursday, on Interstate 12. She was identified as a 58-year-old Hammond woman. Her name was Tommy Todd, and she died about 12:30 p.m. between the Amy River and O'Neill Lane exit. And that was from Louisiana State Police. And so it was just the past couple of days just have not been good on Interstate 12. So just if you're driving out there, be careful, please. In some wider news, there was a popular story that gained a lot of traction today on our Facebook page for sure. And it's about Waffle House. For any of you guys who love Waffle House, there's one coming to Watson. There was a commercial sign that went up recently next to the old Stories location. If you know where that is, kind of across from the Walmart Supercenter on Highway 16, across the street from the Zaxby's right there. So there's been a lot of rumors about Waffle House potentially coming there, and the sign there today was that kind of cemented that. There wasn't really many details from Waffle House corporate on Friday, but and the square footage of the building was not disclosed yet. But the news has requested permitting documents from the parish to try and get some more specific details. So be on the lookout for that. All you need to know is there's a Waffle House coming. So, and some other news, some parish council news last night. Parish Councilman Shane Mack of District 9. He brought up a discussion last night to rededicate a portion of the library funds to go towards drainage. And he did that to begin a discussion to rededicate 3 mills of the 10 mil library tax to go to drainage. Right now, the library operates about $5 million a year. So if they were to take 3 mills up of that 10 mil library tax, that would be about $1.5 million to go towards drainage. That's what our editor, McHugh David, reported last night. And the library currently collects a 10 mil property tax, and that came after a 2013 vote in which 63% of voters voted yes for a 10-year renewal. And so it's technically not supposed to be due for another vote until 2023 and expire in 2024. So, but Shane Mack's move was quickly countered by Parish Councilman Jeff Ard and Tracy Gerlinghouse, and as reported by McHugh David. And after they had a vote after they were told they couldn't just remove the item from the agenda, they moved to rescind the item, and that led to a voting process with 7-2 agreed with Ard and Gerlinghouse. The only other no vote besides Shane Mack was from John Wascom of District 4. So be looking for that some more news of that coming up. And in sports, now switching gears to sports a little bit. Tonight we have a full slate of games, so we're all going to be out there tonight. You got, we'll just break you down through the games real fast. You have Woodlawn at Live Oak. Live Oak won last week, and Woodlawn lost last week, so it'll be 0-1 Woodlawn versus 1-0 Live Oak. Denham Springs, they're going to be trying to bounce back from a tough 28-0 loss last week, and they're going to be on the road at Ponchatoula tonight, who was also 0-1. Destrehan and Walker, they're both going to be playing at Wildcat Stadium tonight. It's the battle of the undefeateds. Both teams won their season openers last week. Albany's going to be hitting the road to Baton Rouge to take on St. Michael at Olympia Stadium. St. Michael lost last week to Episcopal 16-7, and Albany won in a shootout last week against Independence. I think it was 68-44, I believe, and so Albany will be looking to stay undefeated. And then Cone and Springfield both lost their season openers last week, but they're both going to be trying to get on the board tonight. Springfield is going to be hosting that game. All those games start at 7 p.m. Now, switching gears to lifestyle news, Habitat for Humanity of Greater Baton Rouge is now accepting applications for its home ownership program. And if you don't know what Habitat for Humanity does, they bring people together with resources and people need to help build affordable homes, and the houses are then sold to those in need at no profit through no interest loans. So if you're someone in the Livingston Parish area, because like I said, Greater Baton Rouge, so that includes Livingston Parish. And actually, Habitat for Humanity, that after the flood of 2016, they actually gutted out about almost 100 homes and rebuilt 30 others following the flood. So if you feel like you can qualify for that, applications now can be accessed online at www.habitatbrla.org, or you could go in person to the local Habitat office, which is located at 6554 Florida Boulevard, Suite 100. Applications are due by Thursday, October 31st, or Halloween. And then a little bit of lighter news, Live Oak High last week, they recognized one of their school resource officer last week for his, not only his community service, but also his military service. Chad Dupuis he's the SRO for all the Live Oak area schools, and he was recognized during Live Oak High's season opener against Ponchatoula last Friday. He served in the military for 6 years, was in the Louisiana Army National Guard. Not only was he stationed to help throughout the state after hurricanes, including Hurricane Katrina, but he also served in Operation Iraqi Freedom in Baghdad in 2008-2009. So that was a nice gesture from Live Oak High. Now let's take you back through everything real fast. Get you out of here on a Friday. Right now it is 96 degrees. It feels like it's 99. And the rest of this weekend is supposed to be highs of 95 on Saturday and 94 on Sunday, and mostly cloudy on Saturday and partly cloudy on Sunday. Next week it looks like there's some chance of rain. Right now the highest it looks like is 30% chance of rain on Monday.
That weather update is brought to you by our friends at WVLA NBC 33 and WGNB Fox 44. And now to take you back through the traffic, and like I said earlier, there was a multi-car accident on Interstate 12 near the Springfield Albany exit, exit 32. There was on the westbound side, and there was a bunch of cars, fire, and there was at least one person has been confirmed to have died in the crash. So that is why there is a bunch of traffic all over Livingston Parish. They have traffic pretty much from on Highway 190 from Denham Springs all the way into Hammond. Looks like there's a little bit of green in between Walker and Satsuma and Livingston and Holden, but pretty much from Denham Springs to Hammond, there's some traffic on Highway 190, and of course the interstate was closed at exit 32 westbound, but it also closed on exit 15, the Walker exit eastbound. So there is just a bunch of traffic today right now. So if you're driving, just know that is the reason why there was a bad accident today. And like I said, Louisiana State Police have confirmed that at least one person died in the crash today. So just be careful as y'all get out there on this Friday afternoon for the weekend. Like I said, I'm lifestyle editor David Gray with Livingston Parish News. You can find all of our content daily at www.livingstonparishnews.com. We're active on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube. We also have a morning and afternoon show that we publish Monday through Friday, as well as a weekly podcast published by our editor, McHugh David. And if you want to get some extra sports coverage in before tonight's games, this our most recent podcast, which is available on our website and on our YouTube page. It was the sports guys, William Weathers and Rob DeArmond, who sat in here and chatted with McHugh. So hope you all have a great weekend.